Well, they are the 1969 New York Mets, the 1970 Cards. You got the team picture, all the guys sitting there. Then you got all the players, Duffy Dyer, Ray Sadecki, Buddy Harrelson signing autographs, Wayne Garrett, Jerry Koosman, Cleon Jones. These are nice looking cards. In 1970, Ed Kranepool, Cal Coons. Let's see if we find the picture we got going today. Jim McAndrew, Al Weiss, J.C. Martin. Sporting News, Jerry Koosman, left-handed pitcher. It's a special kind of edition card there. Ron Swoboda, Ron Taylor, Gil Hodges, the manager, Rod Gasper, the right fielder. Then you got Mike Jorgensen, first base, rookie stars, and Jesse Hudson. I don't know how that got in there. Well, I guess, are these guys Mets? I don't even know. Never even heard of these guys. Bayside, New York, Mike Jorgensen. That's funny. I didn't know he was from Bayside. I may have played against him. No, that's not before my time. Don Clendenin. Jim McAndrew, there he is. He's starting for the Mets today. Jim McAndrew. Let's see who else we got. 19. These are nice looking cards. Kenny Boswell. Mets show muscle. NL playoff game 2. NL playoff game 1. Jerry Grody. You get all the stars. Gary Gentry. Joe Fay. Art Shamsky. Bobby File. Tough name to pronounce. Don Cardwell. Then you got 1969 pitching leaders. Tom Seaver, New York Mets. Phil Niekro, Fergie Jenkins, and Juan Marichal. Who else we got? Tommy Agee's there. And Tug McGraw. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Very cool. Very cool. We got that going there. We're checking out the, let's see how we can, there we go. A little bit better. Try to turn that away a little bit. See if we can get a better view of our cards. Let's quickly look at the lineup, set up the lineups here. Mets are visiting Philadelphia today. This is April 14th. It's a 2:16. I don't know, 2:6. It's a night game on grass. Lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. And it's going to be Agee, AG's going to lead it off. And Gasper is batting second. That's why we're looking for him, trying to track him down. Jim McAndrew's our pitcher. So this is not going to take long. We just have to find our – oh, great. Okay, let's see. Did I pass? There he is. Okay. There he goes. Leading off is Tommy Agee. And it's Ross Gasper batting second, playing right field. Jones, Cleon Jones batting third, playing first base. Ed Charles. We got an Ed Charles card, but that's from '69 because he retired after the '69 season. So Ed Charles, we had to get we also had to get this set didn't come with two players. It didn't come with Tom Seaver, which I have right here. No, this is Nolan Ryan, excuse me. Nolan Ryan, I have right here. And it came also missing Tom Seaver. So I have Tom Seaver. Had to get him in another as an individual. Tom Seaver, there he is. So I have the whole team complete. Very, very cool, very fun. Again, Agee, Jones, Gasper. White, Taylor Tungraw, File, Kuzma, Swoboda, Shamsky, Cal Coons. Oh, Charles is there. Ron Swoboda. Ron Swoboda is batting fifth. Jerry Grody batting sixth. Batting seventh is Al Weiss, second baseman. Buddy Harrelson is batting eighth, and it's going to be Jim McAndrew, and Jim McAndrew is a 5-pitcher hitting card. So we're going to look for a 5-pitcher hitting card, and that's going to be there it is. So the Mets are ready to roll. The Mets are ready to roll. We're going to put our champs. We're going to put Jim McAndrew right there. And now we are looking for. We're going to play in Shibe Park in Philadelphia. Shibe Park. So for the hometown Phillies, you're looking at Tony Taylor leading it off. Let's see if we can get all those cards out. Let's see. Tony Taylor, Briggs, and Allen. Taylor, Briggs, and Allen. Woody Fryman, I believe, is pitching today. Woody Fryman. All right, let's see. These look like our starters right here. Tony Taylor, there he is. Okay, Tony Taylor. Then we look at Briggs. See if we can find Briggs anywhere. Johnny Briggs, batting second, playing left field. Batting third is Dick Allen. There he is. He is batting third and playing first base. Then it's Johnny Callison. Johnny Callison, Darren Johnson playing third base, batting sixth, batting seventh is going to be Don Money. He's in the other set. Don Money, batting seventh at shortstop. Batting eighth is Larry Heisel. And then ninth is Mike Ryan, the catcher. And batting 10th is Woody Fryman. He's a 4-pitcher hitting card. There we go. 4-pitcher hitting card. And we're ready to rumble. Now, Jim McAndrew was 6-7 with a 3.47 ERA. That's Jim McAndrew. All right, we're almost about to start. Shibe Park, we got the Mets starter, Jim McAndrew. Let's take a look at what our – all right, not too bad. Let's get a little bit closer here so we can see the cards a little bit better. Let's see if it focuses in a little bit. I feel I have an issue with the payoff pitch cards for some reason because I think they're so white. It's such a white background that so let's try to put this up here and this down here, see if that changes at all. So it's hard for me because I gotta turn off a lot of lights. I got some overhead light, and then plus the plastic. The plastic, I think, has an effect on being able to see the cards as well. So let me make a correction here. Let me make a correction on the overhead lights. I think that'll help. I believe that's going to help. Let's see. All right, that's good. I think we made it. All right. So let me see if this will hurt now. Yeah. All right, we're going to try to play this way. Let's see how we can do this. All right, so payoff pitch. You get 2d6. 2d6, which are going to be red. And then you get 2d10, and you always got to make sure you got a black and a white. Black and white, okay? And the 2d6 are going to roll for the pitcher, and that's going to give us a location on the batter. It's going to give us a location on the batter. And then to figure out the results. Most results, about 99% of the results are off the card. So we're about to get started. Let's start rolling. It's the top of the first. This is CP Cards and Dice, and this is your favorite channel. And it's your home for chat and tutorials and strategy and player profiles and much, much more. Topps baseball cards, as you can see. Very cool 1970 set of Mets. Tommy Agee, who's up right now. That's what he's looking like. Based on information that I've received, you know, these cards were taken, the pictures were taken, Jerry Grody, he's playing today. Pictures were taken in the fall at the stadiums. And Rod Gasper's playing today. Should have all the players because back then players didn't change much, and they played. I mean, they actually, if they were on the team, they were going to get some at bats. We even have Al Weiss. Kranepool, I don't think is playing. Cleon Jones is playing. I don't think Wayne Garrett is playing, but Harrelson's playing. And I think we have all the players. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get started. Going to roll for the pitcher. Woody Fryman's a left-hander. He was 12-15 with a 4.41 ERA. So hopefully the Mets have their way with Woody Fryman. And Mets' record is 5-1. So they've gotten off to a torrid start. And that's a 4. That's in play. Tommy Agee, a 99. Holy smokes, that's going to be popped up. And that's to third baseman. Whoever that is out there. Calling for it. Makes the catch. So that was Cleon Jones. I'm sorry, that was Tommy Agee. Next batter is Rod Gasper. Let's get him in order. Let's right here. So right-handed batter, as you can see in the picture. All right, this is a 3. That's defense. So we're going to pull a defensive card. And the way this works, it basically tells us what the result is. You need I can't recommend the fast action cards more. Okay, you absolutely need the fast action card. So you look up here, and it's kind of the middle upper right hand corner. It says range first base. So this is going to be a range play on the first baseman. Our first baseman, I believe, is Darren Johnson. Darren Johnson is the first baseman for the Phillies. I'm learning all these players. He's an F range. So what does that say? We look over here on the ballpark card. F range is going to be 1 to 66. There's going to be a hit of some kind. We rolled a 61. So because of his terrible range, he can't really move very much. The ball skips by him into right field. And then we're going to pull another card. The more cards you pull, the more random it is for a hit by the first baseman. And that's going to roll all the way down the line and hustling around first and into second base under the tag. He's safe at second. So that's going to be a double, a 1-out double for Rod Gasper. Holy smokes, that's exciting. That's the way we like to start these games. Lots of excitement. And Mets have a runner in scoring position just like that, and the game just started. All right, what am I looking for here? Next batter is going to be the Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones is a heck of a ball player. He's a heck of a ball player. I mean, he's the Mets' leading hitter. And after Jones is going to be oh, wait a second. I'm in the wrong spot here. Let's undo. I'm wrong spot. Again, undo. Let's go up to the Mets. And that's going to be a out, pop up to third base, and then a double. All right, so it's Cleon Jones. Let's look at where Cleon Jones is here. Cleon Jones, and then Ron Swoboda. Oh, Ed Charles. Ed Charles, I have to pull him out of his protection, his protective sleeve to get him on the ball field. Can't get him out. 69, Ed Charles card. Look at that. He's a double. He's got double protection. So it's going to be Cleon Jones, and then it's going to be Ed Charles and Ron Swoboda. All right, Cleon Jones, let's go here. Runner on second base. So that's going to be an 8. That's going to be tough. A tough 17 against a lefty. Tough 17 against a lefty. That's going to be strike 3. So Cleon Jones strikes out. 2 outs now. Ed Charles. So Jones is out. It's Ed Charles. Oh, that's a foul ball. And that's going to be a 7 in play. An in-play 51, and on in-play 51, and that's going to be a fly ball right field. And right there is, who's out there in right field? Johnny Callison makes the catch, and that ends the inning. The Mets lead 1, and after half an inning of play, no score. So here goes Jim McAndrew, the Mets' Jim McAndrew. There he is, facing Tony Taylor. It's a right-handed batter. Against righties, he batted .333. Here goes Tony Taylor. That's a 10. We're looking at a patient 40. Patient 40 versus a righty is going to be a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So a single now, we're going to try to get a lead. He had 19 stolen bases. So we're going to roll for a lead. We're rolling 2d6 for a lead. The lead is here, 4C. And we roll an 8, so there's no lead there. Tony Taylor. John Briggs. That's a 5. That's ballpark. A 64. That's going to be in play. We're rolling again, in play on Johnny Briggs against a righty, 13. And that's going to be a single. We're going to look at the card, and that's going to tell us how many. Ball blooped into right field. Runner advances 1 base. So you had to kind of hold up to see if it was going to be caught. So back-to-back singles. First and second now. And it's Dick Allen. Dick Allen versus righties batted .284, hit 21 home runs, hit 32 home runs overall. So he's a dangerous hitter. So Jim McAndrew better watch his P's and Q's. All right, that's a 6. That's going to be in play. An in play 47. And that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. This may be a double play. The lowest number is a 6 and a 6. So they're both 6. Both DP numbers are 6. So if we score 6 or less on 2d6, that's going to be a double play. And it is 3-6-3 double play. The Mets turn, a big double play. Great play by the first baseman for the Mets, Cleon Jones. He's over there at first base today. So it's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. And Tony Taylor goes over to third. Jim McAndrew, that's an 8. That's tough. Tough pitch, 33. And that's strike 3. Inning over. So Jim McAndrew gets Johnny Callison to strike out. And Mets are coming to bat. It's going to be Ronnie Swoboda leading it off. Ronnie Swoboda. And here goes. No score after 1. 11. That's going to be a ballpark 33. Ballpark 33 is going to be against a right-handed batter. It's going to be wheelhouse. So this is a wheelhouse call. And we're looking on the left-handed pitcher side. And we're going to have to roll here for wheelhouse. 1-38. That ball's gone. And he drives that one. But foul. And then he swings and grounds out to second base. And that's 1 out now. So he had a good swing at that first pitch, but just drove it foul. And now there's 1 out, Jerry Grove. That's 11. Ballpark 39. Running against a lefty, 110. And that's an 80. That's way out of range. And that's going to be a fly ball deep center field. 2 out. So we're at Jerry. That was Jerry Grody. Now we're at Al Weiss. There's Al Weiss' card. So see what he looked like. All these kids look like all-American clean-cut kids, not like players today with the beards and the hair and the mohawks and the dreadlocks and the earrings and the nose rings and the lip piercings and the eyebrow piercings and the tattoos on their face. It's a different world, man. Holy smokes. 6 tough. Tough 19 against a lefty, and that's going to be strike 3, and Al Weiss strikes out. That's going to retire the side. Jim McAndrew to Darren Johnson. Bottom of the second, 10. That's patient. A patient 42, and that's going to be a ball that's driven in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders, and that's going to bounce off the wall. And that's going to be a double, leadoff double for, Darren Johnson. Don Money next. McAndrew doesn't really have a great card. I find it, I don't know, maybe it's my imagination. That's tough, a tough 35. It's going to be strike 3. Blows one by, Don Money. The high heat. Gets Money. Larry Heisel now, 1 out. 9, runner on second. That's an in play 27. And that's going to be let's see what that is. It's going to be a line drive to center field, and runner on second is going to score. So it's an RBI single by Larry Heisel. I know him with the Brewers. Goes on to play with the Brewers for years. Ends up being a big star with the Brewers. Larry Heisel puts the Phils up 1-0. Mike Ryan. 2-2, that's patient, a patient 95. Finally, we started rolling some high numbers. It's going to be a fly to left. And the pitcher, he's a pitcher 4 hitting card, if I remember correctly. Yes, he is. That's an 11. Defense. All right, defense is error, shortstop. We rolled a 0-0, so that's going to take us to a chart. That is going to take us to a chart, my friends, the rare play chart. I only do runners on. Otherwise, I turned it into an additional defense. Because from playing hundreds of games, I feel that we can use an extra defense every so often. All right. So here we are. All right, we're going to roll 2d6, and it's an 8. Pitcher with wild pitch rating of 30-31 or higher sends a pitch to the backstop. Otherwise, D or F catcher pass ball. 30-31, and he's a 30, so that's going to be a wild pitch. Wild pitch. And that advances Larry Heisel to second base, although we could have tried to steal with Larry Heisel. We didn't do that, but we could have. I can try to steal third with Larry Heisel. That's not hard to do. But we're not going to do that with 2 outs because we don't want to make the third out at third base. He'll score from where he is right now. Unfortunately, it's Fryman, the batter. So we're going to re-roll for Woody Fryman. And that's a ballpark 14. That's wheelhouse. Wheelhouse on Fryman's card, and his card has a 1-31 home run against a right. It's not. There's no splits on here. 1-31 is a home run for Woody Fryman. That's hilarious. And we roll a 17. That ball's lifted to, let's see, Woody Fryman. Woody Fryman's, I guess he bats lefty. Yes, he does. Lifted to deep right field, and that ball's gone. Woody Fryman puts the Phillies up by a score of 3-0 with a 2-run home run. Holy smokes. Yep, you have to see it to believe it. Tony Taylor. That's a 9. That's in play. And in play 0-4, that's going to be a drive into down the line to left field corner. After it is a left fielder, I think it's Swoboda out there, retrieves it, gets it in quickly, but Tony Taylor has got a. So the Mets are practicing hitting with Jim McAndrew. Johnny Briggs, he's a left-hander. That's a 6. That's in play, a 71. 71 in play, 71, and that's going to be a fly ball, shallow center. In comes Agee. He's there. And that retires the side. But not before the Phils pick up 3 runs. They lead it 3-0. But you know what? The Mets are the comeback kids. The comeback kids are the Mets. So that's for sure. And I'm trying to see if I can find some. There it is. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Woody Fryman is going to get an Ultra Pro protection. He needs protection, so we're going to protect him. There he goes. Woody Fryman. All right, let's roll here for Bud Harrelson, Jim McAndrew, and Tommy Agee. That's a 6. That's tough. Tough pitch, 40. And that's going to be against a lefty. That's going to be strike 3. So Harrelson strikes out against a lefty. And it's a 5-pitcher hitting card. That's an 8. That's tough. A tough 52. Tough 52 is strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Woody Fryman. And now it's Tommy Agee. 7, that's in play, 95. That's way out there. So fly to left, shallow left. Left fielder puts it away. That retires the side. So the Mets went around, and we're going to stop doing this thing right for now. We already saw him. Already saw the guys. And it's going to be Dick Allen. And we don't want to lose that one because that's our black dice. We got to get that one. We found it. Let's kick it back up here. Oh, what happened? There we go. All right. All right, that's an 8. That's tough. A tough 79 against a righty, and that's going to be strike 3 on Dick Allen. Strikes out. Next is Johnny Callison. 7, tough. A tough 14. That's going to be strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Jim McAndrew. And it's Darren Johnson. 7. That's tough. A tough 0-5. And that's strike 3. Strikes out the side. Holy smokes. Jim McAndrew strikes out the side. Looking good. Jim McAndrew. All right. Woody Fryman. At least in that inning, he was looking good. It's the top of the 4th, Rod Gasper. Gasper doubled and was left on. 7, that's in play. 24, and that's going to be, base hit for Rod Gasper, center field. He's on at first. Let's see if we can get him a lead. Nope, he needs a 4 on that. Here's Cleon Jones. Oop, we got to re-roll because we didn't roll all the dice. That's a foul ball. This is going to be a 6. That's a tough 34. And that's going to be against a righty. A tough 34 is going to be a line drive base hit. And that's going to send runners, that's going to allow the runner to advance one base. So first and second here, nobody out for the Amazons. The Miracle Mets, as they were known. Who's that? Steven Conrad. How you doing, brother? Yes, I will. I will sleeve these baseball cards, my friend. I just got them. I just opened them up, so I haven't sleeved them, but I will sleeve them. They are 50 years old. These cards, 1970. Crazy, holy moly! So yes, I will sleeve them all. All right, there's runners on first and second. We want the Mets to come back, guys. They're down 3-0 here in the top of the fourth, but the Mets have something stirring. They got runners on first and second, and nobody out. And it's Ed Charles against Woody Fryman. All right, that's going to be an 8. That's going to be a tough 80. What we don't want is a double play. A tough 80, and that's going to be a potential double play. And unfortunately, we're looking at an 8 or less, and we're going to get a double play on this. And it's a 6. So that's not good. So unfortunately, that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. And what was becoming a potential big 6-4-3 double play. Yeah, that's not what we wanted. So we may have had to like hit and run there or something to that effect. I think Gil Hodges blew it on that one. All right, Ron Swoboda, runner on third base, 2 out now. 6. That's a tough 28 against a lefty. That's going to be strike 3. That retires the side. So the Mets started off with 2 singles, and the double play killed the inning, really. And Jim McAndrew versus Don Money. Jim McAndrew versus Don Money. All right, that's a 10. Patient 73 against a righty. Patient 73, and that's going to be a fly ball to center. 1 out. Don Money flies out. Larry Heisley single and scored a run. That's a 9. That's in play 96. In play 96. That's a fly to left. 2 down, and Mike Ryan, the catcher. Mike Ryan batted .213 versus right-handers. 7, that's a tough 24, strike 3, inning over. Wow, so McAndrew had that tough inning, the bottom of the second. The big hit was the 2-run homer by Woody Fryman. Otherwise, it'd be a 1-0 game right now. All right, Jerry Grody. That's a 4. That's in play, and in play 57. That's not going to do it. That's going to be a fly to right. 1 down. So Grody lifts 1 to right, and it's Al Weiss. A 7 in play, 33, and that's going to be an out. Be a comebacker. Back to the pitcher. 2 out. Woody Fryman feels this position, throws him out, and it's Bud Harrelson. That's an 8. That's tough. A tough 56, and that's going to be a fly ball to right. And that's 3 up, 3 down for the Mets once again. So Woody Fryman's giving the Mets a tough time. So Woody Fryman leads it off here. He homered in his first at bat today. That's a 4. That's going to be a patient 12. And a patient 12, and that's going to be a base on balls. So Woody Fryman walks Tony Taylor. 7, tough, a tough 29. That's going to be strike 3. Curveball gets Tony Taylor. Next is Johnny Briggs. Johnny Briggs, 7, tough, a tough 68. Tough 68, and that's going to take us to a potential double play. For a double play, we need a 5 or less, and we roll a 10, so it's not going to do it. It's going to be a fielder's choice, 6-4. So there are 2 outs now. 2 outs. Briggs going to try to get him a lead. It's a 6. Let's see what he needs. He needs a 4. So no lead for Briggs, and it's Dick Allen. Dick Allen's a power hitter, so McAndrew better tread lightly. 8, that's tough. A tough 42, and that's going to be strike 3. Allen misses it, and that's the inning. So we are in the top of the 5th. Pitcher leading off. That's a 5. That's patient. A patient 46. Patient 46. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. 1 down. Tommy Agee next. That's a 9. That's patient. A patient 28. And that's going to be ball 4. And we try to get a lead for Agee. He needs a 4. We don't get it. Rod Gasper. That's a 4. That's in play, a 0-4. An in-play 0-4 against a lefty, and that's going to be a sharp liner that drops in front of the left fielder. Runner on first advances 1 base. All right, and now it's Cleon Jones. First and second, 1 out. Top of the 6th. Mets are down 3-0. But they've got something going here. The tying run is at the plate, and Cleon Jones, and this is the guy you want at the plate in this situation. That's in play 64. In play 64 is not going to do it. Not only that, it's a ground ball to second base, and we're looking at a double play. That's a 4-6-3 double play, end of the inning. So the Mets have had opportunities, but just when they've had them, they've hit into double plays. Yep, so it's 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cleon Jones grounds into a double play. So the Mets just have not been getting the rolls. Woody Fryman pitching a 4-hitter. Jim McAndrew was allowed 6 hits. Johnny Callison. That's a 5. That's ballpark, a 43. He's a lefty. So that's going to be in play. And we roll a 32 in play against a righty, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be popped up. First baseman makes the catch. 1 away. Next is Darren Johnson. Snake Eyes, that's wheelhouse. That's a 66, wheelhouse 66. And that's going to be a ground ball, second base. Weiss up with it, throws him out. 2 down. Don Money. That's a 4. That's a patient 79. And that's a fly to center field. Running it down is Agee. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Jim McAndrew. Jim McAndrew begins getting fatigued in the 7th. So he'll be fatigued in the 7th. Ed Charles leading it off against Woody Fryman in the top of the 7th. That's going to be a 6. That's tough. A tough 12. And that is strike 3. Ed Charles down on strikes. Ronnie Swoboda. Swoboda bats. He's batting in the season. He's batting .333. 3 for 9. That's a 3. That's defense. We're pulling a card. We're looking at range pitcher. The pitcher's a B range. Oh, no, he's a B bunter. He's a D range. So a D range, 1 to 56, and that's going to be a 69. So he's going to field the line drive back to the pitcher. So it's going to be an L1. Nice catch there. Woody Fryman protecting himself. Jared Grody, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. That's 7. That's an in-play 54 against a lefty, in-play 54, and that's going to be ground ball third base. Inning over. So now we're going to need a fatigue pitcher card for McAndrew. Let's take a look at that. McAndrew had a less than 4 ERA and then a 6, so he's going to have 0 to doesn't really. It's close enough. I'm going to go right there with Andrew. 4 or more. He didn't have 4 or more, so we're not using that. Pitcher fatigue card. 4 or more. 0 to. Okay, there it is. That's Jim McAndrew's fatigue card. And he's facing Larry Heisel. If he gets into trouble, we'll pull him a patient 57 against a righty. That's going to be a hit by pitch. So hit batter. Larry Heisel's on, and he's going to try to get a lead. You're looking at 5. We get the lead. Now he's a C. And our catcher catcher Jerry Grody's a 2. So C2, I believe, is right here. Fair, and he is out. Grody guns him down at second base. So with a righty up next, that'll be the second baseman covering. Caught stealing. 2-4. And it's going to be Mike Ryan. 1 out. 9, tough. A tough 60. Tough 60, and that's going to be a ground ball to bouncer to second base. 2 outs, and it's Woody Fryman. Woody Fryman's reached base both times today. That's a 4. That's going to be in play, 78. And we're looking at a ground ball to short. Harrelson fires to first and gets Fryman easily, and that retires the side. All right, so it's going to be Al Weiss, Bud Harrelson, a pinch hitter. Al Weiss, Bud Harrelson, and a pinch hitter for Jim McAndrew against Woody Fryman. That's a 5. That's patient 54, patient 54, and that's going to be a flare that drops in. And Al Weiss is on with a single. Bud Harrelson now. Going to try hit and run. And that's a 6. That's a tough 58. Hopefully that's a tough 58 is going to be a ground ball second base. And that's going to move the runner over. So luckily we had luckily we run an easy double play there. Exactly why you do the hit and run. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter. Let's see who pinch hit in this game. So we can kind of stay true to pinch hitters for the Mets was Amos Otis. Let's look for Amos Otis. Where is he? Amos Otis. So Amos Otis is going to come in. He's going to hit. There he is. Let's pop him in there. Pinch hitter, Amos Otis. All right, let's go. Amos Otis, there's 1 out. The runner on second base. Oh, first base, excuse me. No, second base. Second base. I don't know why it says fielder's choice. It's weird. Did I click fielder's choice? I think I may have clicked fielder's choice. Let me go back. Sir pinch hitter, quick out. Huh. It was a single and a ground out, so I don't know why it says fielder's choice. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay. Amos Otis. That's a 5. That's patient. A patient 89 against a lefty, and that's going to be a ground ball. Oh, no, that's lined and caught by the shortstop. So Amos Otis hit it on the screws, but right at the shortstop. Tommy Agee now. 1 on, 2 out. Top of the 8th. That's going to be an 8. That's tough. A tough 86. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Over to first. And that retires the side. I need a new pitcher for the Mets. And Ronnie Taylor's coming in on this one. Ronnie Taylor. Let's see. New pitcher. Taylor. 9th spot. That's it. Wait a second. That's wrong. I did something wrong because I didn't write in. I didn't write in the ground out. Wait a second. Wait. Oh wait, I did write in the ground out. Okay. So it's a new pitcher. What just happened? Insert new pitcher. Hold on a second. Let's try it again. New pitcher. Who do we say? Ronnie Taylor. All right. Why does it say for that player? That's weird. No, in this spot. Player. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no wonder. Oh, this is a total mess. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I don't have my okay. Cleon Jones. For some reason, I never clicked in my defense, and I got everybody playing the wrong positions. Okay, so pitcher now is going to be Taylor. We got to put everybody in their spot now. All right, Collins. No, shortstop is Harrelson. Second baseman is Weiss. Weiss, there we go. Third baseman is Charles. Outfielder is Swoboda and left. Gasper and right. And in center is going to be Tommy Agee. There we go. Al Rice, Ron Taylor, Glenn Jones, Ken Boswell. Oh, wait. Okay, everything should be good now. Tommy Agee, Ron Swoboda. Everybody's good. Everybody's in place. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, good. And let me double check what's going on here. Ron Taylor's there. And our box score. Let's see what that looks like. That's messed up. All right, that's a mess. Because we got Charles second base, third base. All right, everything is good except for a couple of players. But that's okay. That's a mess. We're not going to worry about that. You got to hit that defensive button at the beginning. All right, so it's Tony Taylor in the bottom of the eighth. It's 3-0 Philadelphia. And so let's make that change real quick. Let's get back to the live screen and see if the 69 Mets can pull this one out. Jim McAndrew. And we're going to have a new pitcher for the Mets. It's going to be Taylor. Ron Taylor. He was the guitarist, I believe, for Rolling Stones. Taylor versus Taylor. Taylor versus Taylor. That's what happened there. Okay, new pitcher. Ron Taylor. The 9th spot. Create and edit play selected player, delete selected player. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay, that's not good what I just did. All right, that's not good. I'm going to have to. Let's look at the defense again. I got some issues here. Okay, Ron Taylor. Everybody's in. Oh, Tommy Agee's behind the plate. No wonder. Jerry Grody should be behind the plate. That was the big mess that I had there. All right. So let's look at the box score. Let's see. Ron Taylor's pitching, so that's a good thing. Yeah, let's take the box score, make sure. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix the pitching. Hold on, I got to go to edit pitching list. I had, okay, edit pitching list. So that was McAndrew. So McAndrew started, and then they're going to recalculate based on everything that happened. All right. So it's the bottom of the 8th, and it's Taylor versus Taylor. Wow, sorry guys, that took so long. All right. It's a 10, patient 94. Patient 94, and that's going to be a fly ball to left. One out. Tony Taylor flies out to the left fielder, Ronnie Swoboda. Next is a 9. It's tough. A tough 94. Tough 94, and that's going to be a fly to right this time on the other side, and that's Gasper and right, and now it's Dick Allen. Dick Allen on the day is 0 for 3, double play and struck out twice. 8, so not having a good day. That's in play, 61 in play, and that's a fly ball to right, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to top of the 9th, last licks for the Metropolitans. Woody Fryman is going the complete game here. He had 10 complete games and 35 starts, so that's realistic. And we're going to see what happens. It's going to be Gasper, Cleon Jones, and Ed Charles. We got to remove one player down here. I'm going to leave that for now. Just as so long as the box score is basically right with, yeah, Taylor got 1 inning. That's correct. So everything else looks right. Pretty much. Everybody's got their position. So we're looking good. Let me see the score, make sure the score in the box score is correct. And the box score is correct, 3-0. All right. So this is it now. It's going to be Gasper, Cleon Jones, and Ed Charles. Last licks for the Mets. That's in play 96. And that's a fly to left. 1 down. Cleon Jones next. That's a 3. That's defense. Defense is an error third base. We rolled a 0. All right. It's 0-8. So that's going to be an error on the third baseman. Let's see what kind of error it is. It's going to be a 1-base error. So third ground ball to the third baseman, Darren. Dick Allen's at first. Dick Allen's the first baseman. Darren Johnson is the third baseman. So it's an error on Darren Johnson. Reach first down. Error by the third baseman. All right, so the Mets got a base runner. So now the tying run is on deck. So we need another base runner. Ed Charles. And that's a 12. That's wheelhouse. A wheelhouse 73, and that's going to be a deep drive center field. Back goes the center fielder to the warning track and makes the catch. 2 down for the Mets. And it's all in the hands of Ron Swoboda. Can Ron Swoboda keep it going? Pitch from Woody Fryman. That's an in play 23, and that's going to be line drive, base hit, and that's going to advance Jones to third base. So it's a single, first and third now. The tying run is at the plate in Jerry Grody. Jerry Grody has a little bit of power, hit 6 home runs and 370 at bats. So not much power, but he has some power. All right, here goes. 2 outs, 2 on, 3-0. Mets are down. So a home run here would tie it up. That's a snake, guys. That's a tough 87. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. And across the diamond, and that's the ball game. The Mets lose number 2 for the season. They're 5-2 now. And that's it. That's all she wrote. So we're going to do the conclusion here. The end game, it was McAndrew who took the loss. Fryman took the win. This game was played on let's see, April 14th, 1969. So we got and it's played at Shibe Park. Let's see if I have that here. So there, I do have it. Shibe Park. And 1969. Okay, so now I got to go back 69, April, and April, what did I say? April 14th, April 14th, 1969 at Shibe Park. I'm going to save that. We're going to create the team. Double entry and lineup. So let's fix that. So this is CP Cards and Dice. Mets lose it by a score of 3-0. 0 runs, 6 hits, no errors. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Philadelphia Phillies. They win it 3-0. Fryman gets the victory. McAndrew takes the loss. This is CP Cards and Dice saying, I will see you soon with another payoff pitch. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Benny Blades, how you doing, brother? See you later. All right.